And here you go. Here's the thing about Return of the Living Dead Part 4. So this was Brian Yuzna's original idea for Return of the Living Dead Part 4, and it's a shame that he and John Penny couldn't re-team up and make this the Part 4, and that we got the Part 4 that we got, because I would kill to read the full 3-page treatment. And I'm so grateful that Brian, even if I had to ask Brian Yuzna one question, it would be about this treatment. And I wish that he would just, if he's ever going to make it, then I wish we could just have it online and read about it, or that it would get turned into a comic book. That would be the ideal thing, I think. Just turn it into a comic book. Don't even bother making it into a film. Have someone license it and do a story about it. Maybe Brian Yuzna would be agreeable to such a thing. Who knows? Brian Yuzna. At one point, for some reason, I thought there was interest in making another sequel, and I thought of Hail Mary. This, when I read this, my jaw dropped open, because I was going, there was going to be a follow-up? How do you do a follow-up with the ending like Return of the Living Dead 3? He goes, I thought of Hail Mary. I can't remember too many specifics. Damn you, Brian. But I do know that I have a 3-page outline somewhere in my files. Kills me. It kills me. The setup had something to do with runaway kids in an underground goth club in Hollywood who hear about the now mythic romantic story of Kurt and Julie, and the rumor of a group of disaffected teens living behind the barriers of the city, which the military has sealed off to contain the rampaging Living Dead pandemic. So what happens at the end of Return of the Living Dead 3 is that maybe it erupts into a full-scale pandemic that leaks out of that facility. People live in closed-off cities. It's the future. Kids hanging, a group of disaffected kids hanging out behind the barriers of the city. They're outside of the barriers of the city. And there's underground golf clubs in Hollywood. And then here, check this out. Ready? Once inside the apocalyptic downtown, they find the group headed by a girl called Hail Mary, who's cruel, merciless, and sexy, who has learned to live with the pain and the hunger of being dead. How cool is that, man? That captures my imagination to no end. Like, oh my God. The group is headed by a girl called Hail Mary, who's cruel, merciless, and sexy, and who has learned to live with the pain and the hunger of being dead. So she's learned to live as a zombie, and that just opens things up for so much more stuff.